Hi guys, today we're at Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens and this is the intro to our video on plant development, plant sexual production and just in general the different types of plants and their various differences. And I'll be covering bryophytes,
I'll be covering pteridophytes, and I'll be covering spermatophytes.
Hope you enjoy.
Abiotic factors are non-living environmental elements that influence plant growth and reproduction. Three key abiotic factors include light intensity. Light is essential for photosynthesis, the process by which plants produce energy. Different plants require different light levels, and inadequate light can slow growth and affect flowering and seed production.
Water availability. Plants need water for nutrient transport, cell expansion, and metabolic processes. Drought conditions can hinder seed germination and growth, while excessive water can lead to root rot and fungal infections.
Temperature. Temperature affects enzyme activity, seed germination, and flowering. Extreme heat can cause dehydration and stress, while frost can damage delicate reproductive structures like flowers and seeds.
Sexual reproduction is more effective in changing environments because it increases genetic diversity. This variation allows some plants to develop traits that help them survive in new or extreme conditions, such as drought resistance or pest tolerance. In contrast, asexual reproduction produces identical offspring, making it less adaptable to environmental changes.
Bryophytes, including mosses, liverworts, and hornworts, thrive in damp, shady environments such as forests, wetlands, and rocky surfaces. They rely on direct water absorption since they lack vascular tissue to transport water, making them dependent on moist conditions, though some can dry out and revive when water returns. Water is essential for their reproduction, as their male sperms need water to swim from the antheridium, the male organ, to the archegonium, the female organ, for fertilization. Flowering plants, bryophytes do not produce pollen. Instead, fertilization occurs through water-dependent sperm movement, leading to the formation of a sporophyte that remains attached to the gametophyte. Bryophytes reproduce via spores, not seeds, with spores developing inside a capsule in the sporophyte. Once mature, the capsule bursts open, dispersing spores through the air where they settle and grow in moist, suitable conditions. Alternation of generations is a key evolution adaptation in bryophytes. It allows for both sexual and asexual reproduction, increasing genetic diversity and enhancing the ability for bryophytes to adapt to various environments. It is important to mention that bryophytes are sporophyte dominant, meaning most of the mosses that you would see around are sporophytes, where it's quite rare to see a gametophyte generation. It is important to note that it also played a huge role in the colonization of land. Plants play a crucial ecological role in preventing soil erosion, retaining moisture, and providing habitats for microorganisms. As pioneer species, some bryophytes grow on bare rock, helping to form soil for other plants. Additionally, certain species exhibit drought resistance, allowing them to dry out completely and revive once water becomes available again, showcasing their resilience in extreme conditions.
Pteridophytes, including ferns, club mosses, and horsetails, thrive in moist, shaded environments such as forests, near water bodies, and on damp soil. While they prefer warm, humid climates, some adapt to colder conditions. They grow in well-drained, nutrient-rich soil. Some species, called epiphytes, found on rocks and tree trunks. Water is essential for reproduction. The sperm cells are motile and must swim through water to reach the egg in the female archegonium. Fertilization only occurs in water, leading to the formation of a diploid zygote, which grows into a dominant sporophyte stage. Unlike flowering plants, pteridophytes do not produce pollen or seeds, but rely on spores for reproduction. Spores develop in sporangia, often clustered in sori on the underside of fronds. Once released, they are dispersed by wind and water, germinating into small heart-shaped gametophytes when conditions are suitable. Did you know pteridophytes date back 400 million years as some of the earliest vascular plants? They have xylem and phloem but lack seeds and flowers. Some reproduce asexually through rhizomes, while others have medicinal or ornamental uses. Notably, species like azolla contribute to nitrogen fixation, benefiting ecosystems.
Gymnosperms thrive in cold, dry climates and nutrient-poor soils. Commonly found in boreal forests and mountainous regions, they require minimal water for reproduction, as fertilization occurs through wind-dispersed pollen. Pollination involves wind carrying pollen to female cones, where it lands on ovules and leads to fertilization. Seeds develop within cones and are dispersed by wind, animals, or gravity, often featuring wing-like structures for wind dispersal. An interesting fact about gymnosperms is that their seeds can take up to 3 years to fully mature. On the other hand, angiosperms are found in diverse habitats, including tropical, temperate, and aquatic environments. Their water requirement varies, with some species relying on water for pollination, while others depend on insects, birds, or wind. Pollination can occur through various means, including wind, insects, birds, or water, leading to fertilization in the ovary and subsequent fruit and seed development. Angiosperm seeds are enclosed within fruits, which aid in dispersal through wind, water, or animals. A fascinating aspect of angiosperms is that some species, like orchids, have highly specialized pollination mechanisms dependent on specific pollinators. Sepals protect the developing bud. Petals attract pollinators with color and scent. Stamens, male reproductive organs, contain anthers that produce pollen. Carpel or pistil, female reproductive organs, contain stigma, receives pollen, style, and ovary, where fertilization occurs. Ovary develops into fruit after fertilization, enclosing seeds for dispersal.
I'm gonna keep my thing brief.
Just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch our video and hope you enjoyed and hope you learned something.
From Matthew.
Noah and Christian absence.
Thanks for watching.